All right, here we are, live with Rapha here from HL Names at Hypefest 2026.
How are you doing,
I'm
man?
doing great. I'm doing great. This has been amazing to have all kinds of people out here looking out at the crowd. We've got so many people coming through here. The energy is just feeling amazing here. So,
Glad to be here.
yeah,
Sunny Colorado as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
sunny Colorado for once. Well,
it's
I should say
beautiful.
for once, but yeah, I do always find it pretty dry here. So
It is dry. It is dry.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, we're yeah excited to have you on here. Yeah, so tell us a bit more about like how .hl came to life. How did that all happen?
Yeah. I mean, I think like the first thing we should say is that the whole team, we're all in love with Hyperliquid. That's how it really started, as you know well, because you're on that team. But yeah, no, I mean, it started like in 2024. I think like all of the different boys that are involved in this core team. We all saw Jeff repping the .hl name on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it all came about because we were all seeing this obviously on another chain, like having like name services on other chains. Like it's quite an important piece of infrastructure for every
Yeah.
blockchain that is building itself and building the infrastructure. And so it just became clear to all of us that this, as HyperEVM would be built, that this would become such a core and important piece of the infrastructure. And we're just doing a little piece or a little part here into making Jeff's vision a reality here, having that HL names and making obviously replacing those ugly addresses with cute names.
That's it. Yeah, and like when we talk about like identity and community throughout all of Hyperliquid, obviously that being such a massive piece of everything here, it does make sense to have some sort of name
It
service
does.
with it. Yeah.
It does, yeah, and it's also like if you think about like the long term vision that I think all of us here are all surrounded around is the House of Finance. Like you do need to have those kind of cuter names than
Yeah.
those ugly addresses. I
Yeah.
think it's certainly essential, and I think it'll be part of the core infrastructure. And we saw it over the past year as well. Like people just loving it more and more. So it's
Yeah.
been cool to see the adoption kind
Yeah,
of growing
absolutely.
there.
And so now we're seeing these all, we see it on the timeline with like on X and whatnot. We see people repping the
Yeah.
.hls. How many how many names have been minted so far?
Yeah, it's exciting because I think now we're close to 11,000 names that were
11,000 names. Damn,
11,000
crazy.
names that have been minted. So that's pretty cool. In the fall last year, we passed the cap of 10,000 names. We kind of made a big deal out of it. We minted like
Yeah,
NFTs,
yeah.
sell airdropped it to the members, to the holders. So yeah, like it's a big deal because like for all of us as a team, is also like that moment where we realize that it's not a side project anymore.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not just a side experiment. It's actually like a thing.
Yeah.
10,000 people more are repping the names and they're
Yeah.
using it in the infrastructure more and more. We're getting integrated in most of the platforms, the
Mhm.
dApps. So that's kind of great to see.
Yeah, it's incredible. And when you have 10,000 is like a pretty common number within like even in NFT culture, right? Like
Exactly.
10,000 PFPs is like a pretty common thing to have.
Exactly. It's
So
a point of no turning back.
that's it. That's it. Exactly.
People adopting it and really using it. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, so it's been great to have kind of this name service out there and available for people. What are some other things that are kind of cooking right now or in the pipeline?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing, like we have a lot of things in the pipeline, obviously, as you know. The biggest thing that we announced a couple of weeks ago that I think like would be worth mentioning here is definitely this affiliate program that we just launched. We announced it on Twitter a couple of weeks ago. It's honestly pretty cool because for builders, for other dApps, it's a program where if people are minting new names using your referral code, so the way we did the referral code is basically just using your HL name, .hl name. And so they use it, they mint a new name, you get 25% of all the revenue that we're generating
that's
from this new
amazing.
mint.
Yeah.
From this new mint. So if you have a big community, if you're a dApp, if you're a builder yourself, like you can integrate that into your infrastructure, and that will give you a kickback into generating a new revenue stream for you. But not only that, and that's the cool piece as well, is that the people that are minting those new names, they also get 10% discount.
Oh,
So
amazing.
everyone's winning. Really.
Everybody wins. Yeah, it's just a beautiful little flywheel here.
It's a beautiful flywheel.
Yeah, and this idea of kind of how Hyperliquid works as well with like builder codes and everything tied in there. I
Exactly.
really feel like there's a really good synergy with what's happening there, and then the fact that we can actually, you're helping more communities grow in that sense and creating extra streams for it, and even as new applications bring new people into the
Exactly.
ecosystem. yeah, it just seems like a beautiful, beautiful.
And I mean,
platform.
like you've just mentioned community, but really like this, it's great from an adoption perspective, like .hl and using a name service, but from a community perspective, like being on Twitter, seeing everyone ripping it, seeing like people using it, they're coming from all ecosystems,
Yeah.
but it's their way of showing that they're here, they're in Hyperliquid ecosystem, and they're here for staying, and they want to be here for the long run. So it's kind of cool to see that happening. It happened before on other chains, and now as we know, like Hyperliquid had a couple of good years, so it's
Yeah.
nice to see that this is really evolving into like a lot of people continuing to support it in that way. So
Yeah, it's wonderful to
amazing,
see it all happening
Yeah.
here like this. So, okay, well, thank you very much for coming on today.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, Hyperliquid.
Hyperliquid, baby.